Welcome to Vinyl Decal School. I'm Sarah. I run my own vinyl decal business and I like to share videos on how to sell, make and apply decals, as well as lots of other small business tips. Any likes, follows and subscribes are always appreciated, so thank you in advance for those. So I'm pretty busy with my decal business at the moment, but it hasn't always been this way. It did take a little while to build some momentum, and I tried various different things to get it to where it is now. So in this video, I thought I would just go over 5 free ways of how to expand your business no matter what stage you're at. Although I would try and get the basics right first and make sure you're selling consistent sales before you try any of these. If you need any help with that, I do have some courses on Skillshare, and they can help you with making sure your branding is on point, getting your decals ready to sell, and making sure you're pricing your items correctly. So do check those out. They are free for 2 weeks for all new Skillshare members. Okay, so the first one, pick one social media platform and just one, and focus all your efforts on that. So at the moment, if you're trying to post on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and you're not quite getting there with any of them, then it might be time to pare back and just focus on the one, master that one, and then you can move on to the others. So I am highly biased towards TikTok. I haven't mastered it by any means, and I do use it for Vinyl Decal School rather than my vinyl business. But I've managed to gain 17,000 followers and get really good engagement in quite a short time frame. But basically I believe I've done this because other than YouTube, I focus just on TikTok. I do have a Pinterest and a Facebook page as well, but I don't do as much with those because I really wanted to get as much out of TikTok as I could before moving on to anywhere else. So look for the platform where your customers hang out the most. So that might be Facebook or Twitter, or Pinterest might work for you. And although some of them, especially Instagram, are getting harder for small businesses to succeed on there without spending money on ads, there is still definitely room for businesses to grow organically and find customers organically. So once you've chosen one, go on that social media account and look for experts who are sharing tips. Just make sure they're up to date. Look for people with huge followings, see what they're doing, and then look at your competitors who are doing well on that platform and see what types of things are getting good engagement from their customers. Obviously, don't copy. You want to do everything in your style. You're just taking inspiration from lots of different places and making it work for you. Okay, the second one. So add another platform. So I sold on Etsy for like 3 years. I was doing really well on Etsy, but at the start of this year, I decided to open a Shopify site so that I had my own little place on the internet. And I'm kind of building up the audience on that slowly so that just in case anything ever happens with my Etsy shop, I've got that as a backup as well. But also it's a second place for people to find me, a second place to make sales. And it's lower fees than Etsy, so that's a plus as well. But you don't necessarily need to have a website. You could just consider opening an Amazon handmade store as well as an Etsy shop, or selling locally as well as an online marketplace, or expanding your Facebook business page into an eBay shop as well. There's loads of different ways you can do it. And if you have the capacity, it just makes sense to give customers more ways to find you. Obviously, just try and keep a consistency with your prices, as you don't want someone to buy something from you on one site and then find it on another site for cheaper and then come and complain to you, because that makes extra work and nobody wants that. And if you don't have one already, I have a link in the description for 40 free listings to start an Etsy shop for free. So do check that out. And the third one is word of mouth and social proof. And I think this is probably one of the best ways to grow, because people are a lot more likely to buy from you and trust you if they can see lots of other people already have, or if they know someone else who has as well. So to increase this, you can make thank you cards to pop in every envelope that you send out, and put just a little message to remind your customer to leave a review or tag you on social media, or just make little stickers to stick on your envelope with a little reminder as well. Or you could send a follow-up message just to kindly ask people to leave a review, as long as this is acceptable wherever you're selling. Or you could also offer a referral discount if they recommend you to a friend and that friend buys something, but that is something you need to kind of think about and set up and see if it's worth it. And just basically put your branding on everything so that they don't forget where and who they bought it from. And then usually the more reviews and recommendations and referrals you get, it kind of expands your customer reach organically without you having to do that much work, which is great. So the fourth one is to either expand on your current designs so that you can upsell them to your existing customers. Or if you have already done that, then look into expanding your customer base instead. So for example, if you usually sell to people who are organizing their homes and do lots of pantry labels and stuff like that, maybe you could also try and target small businesses and sell stuff for small businesses to organize their office and that kind of thing. So hopefully you know where I'm going with that. Just look at another avenue of where you could sell your products. Just try not to target a completely opposite audience though, as that might get a bit confusing and it might also dilute your original audience. And then the last one is probably the only way you can truly expand, and that is to hire people if you don't already. There's a limit to how much you can do on your own without hitting a wall and getting burnt out. I have first-hand experience of that, and let me tell you, it's not worth it. But I do also know if you're like me and you work from a home office or from home, then it's a bit daunting to get someone in to help you to make orders. And you might not be quite ready to expand into a workshop or office just yet. So maybe you could see if there is anyone who you know that might be interested in helping you out, even if it's just for one day a week or a few hours per week, just to kind of take a load off you so you can focus on other things. But it doesn't necessarily need to be someone that can help you make your decal orders anyway. You could just hire a virtual assistant to help you with admin stuff or replying to customers or help with your social media. And then you don't even have to master one social media platform yourself. You can just give it to someone else to do, or outsource your bookkeeping or any of the other parts of your business that you spend a lot of time on and you think you could probably give them to someone else to do. And then that'll give you more time to focus on creating new designs and work on your marketing and just basically getting orders done and getting them out. And I think that's probably one of the most important skills you can learn as a business owner, actually, how and when to delegate. If you do need a little bit more help with that and how to run your business more efficiently, I do also have a course on that on Skillshare. I will also add a link to that in the description. So those are just 5 ways to expand, but I hope you found those helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any other great ideas you want to share with people. And please don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more videos like this in future.